Let's go down the trace.
Well, Jordan, I can see it with that smile you just gave me. Congratulations. What a game by you. But in your first year as a starter, to be able to lead this team to the play.
All right. Wow. Do we begin to wave goodbye to the NFL season? So the NFL season, as we all know it as football fans, came to an end yesterday. And I gotta admit, not only for me, but for everyone else, I speak for every other football fan, it's just a sad feeling. Sad feeling. You know why? Because there's no regular season football anymore. There's no, staying up late to watch those games and seeing the quarterbacks with the amazing arms making those huge throws. We're waving goodbye to the NFL season. We had a lot of great matchups. I could start to begin on, the ones that stood out to me the most, but that's not important right now, We've seen a lot of amazing passes, amazing throws, amazing catches. We've seen quarterbacks dueling against other elite quarterbacks for NFL supremacy, all right? We're going to wave goodbye to the NFL season, the regular season of the NFL, and we're going to say hello to the postseason, guys. Welcome to Theo's Talk. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for the next episode of my podcast. When is he gonna make another one? Tonight is the night, guys. So much NFL news to cover, but let's start with the hot topic, right? The Justin Fields dilemma, right? Okay, so the Packers and the Bears, we know it's been a long rivalry, long standing for centuries, going back, 100 years, if not more. And it's the same story every time. The Bears can't beat the Packers, all right? And who does it come down to? Who does the NFL world want to make it come down to? Justin Fields, right? He's supposed to be the young quarterback taken in the first round. He's supposed to be the reason why the Bears are supposed to beat the Packers, not the other way around. So Jordan Love comes in, right? And he's this guy that, he's sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for a really, really extended amount of time, right? And we're wondering, is he going to be nearly as good as Aaron Rodgers was? Is he going to be close to that type of potential of quarterback? It's the same old story. The same old song and dance. And I'll explain that to you. For the 10th straight time. Yeah, this is the NFL. It's supposed to be competitive, but the Bears, when it comes to facing the Packers, man, it's not competitive at all. The Packers own the Bears at this point. And, Justin Fields, I think it's just another devastating loss for him because I believe he was supposed to be the answer for the Bears at quarterback going forward. But now it's like, you can't beat the Packers. Since Aaron Rodgers used to be the starting quarterback for Green Bay Packers, he was beating the Bears. And now a year ago, Aaron Rodgers left the Packers. Now he's a member of the New York Jets. He didn't get to play this season because of the awful season-ending injury that he endured, right? But now he's no longer a member of the Packers. Now it's Jordan Love. And it's looking like Jordan Love is owning the Bears now. So I don't know, man. Like I said, Justin Fields is a guy I had hoped personally to be the future franchise quarterback of the Chicago Bears. But now it's not seeming so because the Bears have the number 1 overall pick. Caleb Williams and some other fantastic collegiate quarterback talent are going to be knocking on the doorstep now. You're telling me that all these games Justin Fields had to prove himself against the Green Bay Packers, he was unable to beat them once. And if you can't beat the high school bully, if you can't beat him up one time or even stand up or speak up for yourself at least one time during the school year, why should I have you in my classroom? Huh? If you can't beat the Packers one time, right? If you're making it competitive, I completely understand. But if you can't beat the Packers one time out of all those games and chances you had, why should you be my quarterback of the future when I see other quarterbacks that are more talented than you, passing the football, making reads, feeling pressure in the pocket, making those simple throws and reads? Like I said, I really was hoping for Justin Fields to be the guy moving forward for the Chicago Bears, but this should not only go on Justin Fields, okay? This is an indictment against the Bears organization on why they're not developing quarterbacks properly, okay? They had Mitch Trubisky a couple years ago, now currently Justin Fields, and they've failed to develop these guys in the proper way. They failed to get the correct quarterback coaches. They failed to get the right offensive coordinators. They failed to get the right head coaches to help groom these guys. Because guys, everyone who watches football knows in order to develop as a quarterback, you need those right guys. You need the right guys in your ear. You need the right guys calling the right plays at the right time for you. I grew up watching Peyton Manning, right? I'm basically from the Peyton Manning era. I was watching him and Tom Brady duel numerous times, trying to reach that Super Bowl on the AFC side. Peyton Manning, he was surrounded with a cast. He was surrounded with those pieces. But I'm going to bring up something that a lot of you guys might not understand, right? For a quarterback to take that next step in his career, for him to develop as a passer in the NFL, because it's not getting any easier, he has to have a running back that's good to great, that's great to elite. Do you want to know why I say that? Let's look at Peyton Manning, who I brought up earlier, right? He had Edgerrin James earlier on in his career. He had Joseph Adai. Those guys that were able to help him gain those yards, those tough yards, to convert those into first downs. Convert the third downs, convert the fourth downs into first downs. And I don't think that Justin Fields has been blessed with a good enough running game to help alleviate that pressure as a quarterback that he has to endure all the time. Let's look at Jordan Love, right? Look at how comfortable he was as a passer when Aaron Jones was brought into the fold, right? Aaron Jones was running for 10, 20 yards last night against Chicago's defense, But what solid running back can you really say that Justin Fields was able to hand the ball off to? What solid running back would you really be able to say he was able to hand the ball off to, say, get me those tough 3 to 5 yard gains that's going to be able to extend those drives? And once again, that's an indictment on the current offensive coordinator for Chicago Bears. That's an indictment against the current GM of the Chicago Bears of not doing even more to supply Justin Fields with those weapons that's going to help him to succeed. DJ Moore, that star wide receiver that came over from the Carolina Panthers, yeah, he was a great resource for Justin Fields. But nowadays, quarterbacks need just a bit more. Quarterbacks need a strong running game. Justin Fields, a lot of these quarterbacks, we're just going to have no choice but to see what's going to happen next year.